What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Doing this one a little bit different today. I'm popping into my local hobby shop here, Tech Toys in Parsippany, New Jersey. Be sure to check them out. I'll link them down below. They've been here for over 35 years. Great shop, great people. I come here all the time to get a lot of my parts and supplies and stuff. But anyway, what I'm here for today is the Traxxas Funco sand car. They finally got their dealer sample in, their display model. And I'm gonna go in and check it out and do a little unboxing, let you guys know what I think of it, cover any details that may have been missed in some of the other videos you guys may have seen already. But even more exciting than that, they have the full Traxxas light kit in stock already for this car. So I'm going to install that and I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. I'm gonna light it up in the dark, and I'm really excited to see it. It looks like a great light kit. I actually saw it here the other day. It came in before the car came in. Super cool, has light bars on the front and rear. The roof areas has little LED pod lights, has underglow lighting, and it even has lights that attach to the shocks to kind of show off all your fancy suspension and wheels. So it's gonna be super cool. Let's get in there, unbox it, take a look, and we'll get into it. And then stay tuned, guys. I'm picking up mine on Friday, I guess. So Traxxas, the original release date was April 11th. And now they bumped it up to April 4th, and I'm really happy to hear that because I didn't want to wait an extra week, especially knowing that my car would be sitting in there just waiting. That would have driven me crazy. So I can wait till Friday. So stay tuned. I'm gonna have a bunch of running video. I got some really cool spots to take this car, some big sand pits, and get some really good action footage here and let you guys know what I think in terms of reliability and the value, and just let you know how it runs. So anyway, enough blabber. Let's get in there, unbox this thing, take a good look, and get the light kit installed and show you guys that at least. Give you guys the 30-second tour here. They have pretty much everything you're gonna want in this shop. Everything from models to RCs, Pinewood Derby cars, you name it, they got it here. Kind of every child's dream. And let's be honest, my dream too. I love coming into this store. They have so much cool stuff. Bodies, if you want bodies for an RC, they got bodies. They got a ton of bodies here. They got the paint, everything you need. All right, so here we have the light kit. So if you're looking to do all of the available lights that Traxxas offers, it's going to be 3 pieces here. So you have the main kit here that includes the roof light here, front and rear, your LED pod lights for the side, the power supply, all the wiring, all that good stuff. And then these are the shock-mounted LED light kits. And then these are the underglow kits, and of course you can get these to match the color of your lit whip antennas. So that's really cool. Went with the orange here to match my car. So yeah, let's check this out and see what we got. I already took a peek in here, not gonna lie. A little template here. You do need to make some holes, so just be aware of that. And as usual with Traxxas, you get a really nice instruction booklet. A little bit more involved than I thought it would be, but it's a lot of lights. Let's take a close look at these. These are your side light pods. Man, they're big. Got to get used to the scale of everything. You're used to 10th scale, even 8th scale. Some big old parts here. It's the front roof light bar. So anyway, yeah, I'll show you guys all this during the install process, and it should be pretty straightforward. Let's check these out. So these are what you would typically see on a rock crawler, which would be rock lights, so you can see the terrain under your tires. But this car, you're never going to really be going that slow to see the terrain, so this is more just to kind of show off your car a little bit. So that'll be cool. Then, of course, the underbody lighting, or back in my day, street glow used to be the neon tubes you can put under cars and they used to say it was the futuristic floating effect. And then the cops would pull everyone over in town for having neon lights under the car. True story. So Traxxas has a crap ton of accessories available for this thing already, so take a look at the website. Ooh, chrome. All right, let's get this thing out of the box. That's a big one. Tires and instructions. I already took the controller out, the old TQI. The size of this thing. All right, so here we have it, guys. It is pretty massive, and the tires are not even on this thing yet, so let's take a look at these disc brakes. This is something I was really excited to see. Wow, they are way bigger than I thought they were. Just even seeing these in the pictures did not do them justice. I have big hands. I usually wear like a double or triple XL glove, and look at the size of these things. Yeah, these things are about 3¼ inches. That is huge. These calipers and pads in there, super cool. Satisfaction. Okay, here's the scale motor. Looks very cool. Make a chrome engine block for this, which would look great. Nice chrome arms here. See how long those last. The preload adjuster for the front shocks to control how strong the front braking action is. ADAS system, dual fans. I'm sure you guys know all the specs by now. Very nice. The whip antennas. Let's install these first. Okay, we got the whip lights done here. Those were pretty easy. Pod lights are done here. You do need to ream a couple little holes in there in the body. Instructions are pretty good though. Feed the wiring down in. Not too bad. Just know that you will need either a body reamer or I just used kind of a little awl here to make the hole initially, and then I used a little like 4mm drill bit instead of a body reamer, but however you want to do it. Not too bad. They look nice though. They make some cool anodized trim rings for these too. So tip for you guys to install this front light bar. It goes up from underneath and the screws go in from the bottom. It's impossible to get in there with any kind of driver. So just pull these 2 screws out here that go into the cross brace, and then you can get to the bottom of it and put your screws in there. It's going to save you a lot of time. Same deal for this rear light bar here. You need to remove this cross piece here, so just 4 screws, 2 on each side, flip it forward, and then you can get to the bottom of that, and there's 2 little brackets. So the instructions don't really say to remove these, but there's no way to do that. Get the screws in from the bottom without doing that. So pretty easy. Here's what we're working with. Inside here we have the main power supply here. We have an accessory power supply there. There's one inside the body there. That one comes standard for the whip lights. And there's a lot of wiring here. There is a lot of wiring going on. I'm going to come back in at some point and just kind of neaten this up. I may even add a little bit of wire loom here. These seem to be in a little bit of a vulnerable spot. They don't really do the best job of explaining where to run these lights for the shock lights, especially on the rear. I don't like how it's kind of confusing in the diagrams. I need to figure something out. Even though the wheels don't really come close to that, I'm not a huge fan of how that's routed, so I need to figure something out better. But I just wanted to kind of get everything wired up and working, which it does, and I'll show you guys that in a minute. One other thing to note, the stock, this is the lead that goes up to your whip lights. Mine was not plugged into the receiver. So if you guys plug in your whip lights and they don't work, just double check this, trace this back. It should go into channel 1 of your receiver. Mine was unplugged, which was fine because I needed to add a splitter anyway to power something else. I forget. But I'll show you guys here the wiring diagram in a minute. It gets a little complicated because when you're doing all 3 light kits, some things are, if you do the main light kit first, some things do get changed when you add the additional light kits. You need to unplug something, put in a splitter, and then power something else from that. So it gets a little bit complicated. Just take your time, give yourself a couple hours to do this. It's going to take a little while. I'm going to show you guys a couple other tips real quick. Go to install these shock lights here. They say to reinstall the shocks first and then to mount these lights. It's like impossible to get to that little screw there. So what I did was just pop the top pin out for the shock mount and just tip the shock forward toward the outside a little bit just to get some room in there. Mounted up the light, put the screw in, and then put it back in. It's super easy to do. Just 1 screw here, push the pin out from the back. Same thing on the rear. I just tipped this back out, mounted the light, put it back in. Saves you a lot of time. I already mentioned the doing the roof light bars here, front and rear. Don't try to do the screw up from underneath. Just take out the screws from the side. There's two on either side of the cage here, and then this entire cross piece here from the cage you can flip over, put the screws down in, mount your light bar, flip it back, put the screws back in. Same deal with the back one. Take two screws out from either side, and that's going to really simplify that quite a bit. Final tip I have for you guys on these pod lights. So there's a screw that goes in from the top here, very easy to get to. That one was not bad. There's two little posts here on the bottom of the little bracket here. Those two posts slide into a little sleeve inside on the cage, and then screws go in from the back. They're very difficult to get to. In fact, I haven't even put them in yet, but they go up in here. I'm going to take these back off, and the reason I couldn't get the screws in, it's very hard to get them started in the plastic post. So my recommendation, before you put these on those two posts, just run the screw in a little bit on either one and then back it out again, and you'll have some threads in there, at least, you know, started, so that when you go to run them in from the inside, it's going to make it a lot easier. So just, you know, thread that plastic a little bit first, and that's pretty much it. Like I mentioned, just take your time with the wiring. This, I need to make this look neater. It's a little bit all over the place here, but like I said, I'm going to figure out some protectant here, like some wire loom, just to put over these and try to make it a little bit, you know, more durable. When you wire up the full light kit, you no longer need this output for your whip lights. It all gets powered through this one connector. So this is your main connector now that goes to your body, and that's going to be it. So this you can just tuck away, keep it for a future use if you wanted to do an additional light of some sort or just power something else. You can use it like that. So I have this connected to my Traxxas link here, but for some reason I keep getting an error that says high voltage power amplifier not detected. So I'm gonna have to look into that, but I'll just scroll through a couple of the settings here. You can turn off the roof lights and the pod lights here and the tail light, and then you have a low beam and a high beam for all of those. And I'll show you in a minute here. The rear, of course, you have the brake light and the tail light, reverse light, just like the UDR. Okay, light kit is installed. It really looks awesome. Really happy with the way this turned out. The roof light, pod lights, little shock lights under here. Rear tail light, reverse brake light, and then we got the underglow lights here on the sliders. Very nice. And of course, whip antennas. Very cool. Check that out. Pretty sick. The shock lights look great with the chrome arms. Very cool. Get you guys in here for a closer look. Then we'll turn the lights off and see what it looks like in the dark. Super cool. Can't wait to see this underglow in the dark. That's going to look awesome. There you go, guys. Look at that. Super bright. Show you guys the function here. Yep, similar to a UDR or most of the other Traxxas light kits. Boing, 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 boing. Yeah, man, really cool. I like it a lot. Let's see if these are on the brightest setting. Got to figure out what's up with my Wi-Fi link. Maybe I just need to update something. Okay, that was on high. Clipless body is awesome. Yeah, so that's high. Can't wait to get this out. I'm going to do some videos at night. Try to get some good shots of the lighting. See how bright this is out in the trails. Yeah, I'm super pumped with this, man. This is a really nice light kit. Cannot wait to drive this thing. So just to give you guys an idea of how big the new Traxxas is, this is the original Losi Super Baja Ray 1/6 scale, and I'll set this down on the floor in a minute so you guys can get a better idea in terms of wheelbase. But yeah, the Traxxas to me looks a little more fifth scale. Driver figures are a little bit bigger, and of course, a sand car, I don't know if it's going to be exactly the same size as a trophy truck. I think a trophy truck would actually be a little bit larger in real life. But yeah, let's get these down on the floor and give you guys an idea here. So yeah, Traxxas is longer, wider. Yeah, definitely. They don't look too far off next to each other, but Traxxas is more of a fifth scale in my opinion. Okay, so there you have it, guys. Just wanted to make a quick video showing you guys the light kit. And I'll get way more in depth with this thing when I take it home on Friday and have some really good running video for you guys coming up very soon, hopefully this weekend. Weather's not looking great, but I'll get out and brave the rain to run this thing. I'm going to take it to a sand pit, so the rain shouldn't be an issue. You actually get a little bit better traction that way. Yeah, this car is amazing. It looks fantastic. They did a great job with all the details. Can't wait to get out and run this thing and see how it handles. Yeah, guys, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. Hit the like button. Um, Hit me up in the comments if you have any questions specific to this car, and I could pop back in and show you guys something up close or let you know what I think of it. Also, if you have any questions, if you're doing the light kit, hit me up and I'll try to help you guys out. If you want, I can do a little more detailed video of all of the wiring, like where the splitters go and the harnesses. If you guys have any issues with that, I could show you how I set mine up and how I got everything to work. But yeah, the directions are pretty good. There's a couple things you're going to kind of have to refer back to multiple times just to make sure you get it right. But overall, really nice kit. As usual, Traxxas does a great job with lighting. It looks unbelievable, so it's well worth putting in the effort to get this thing set up right. And it looks great. Can't wait to get this thing out in the dark. Give it a rip. Also want to just say thanks to my local shop here, Tech Toys. Stop in, check them out. They got a lot of stuff. So pop in. Really great people and great store. Been around forever. So let's keep them going. Later, guys.